Welcome to the Seller Roundtable e-commerce coaching and business strategies with Andy Arnott and Amy Wees.
So what can you explain the difference, because I know a lot of people get confused with this, between like product liability insurance and then like general business insurance, and then there's like umbrella insurance. I mean, there's like all these different kinds of insurance that relate to Amazon. Can you kind of explain the difference between the different types of insurance?
Yeah, sure. So the insurance Amazon is specifically for the products themselves and just any damage they would do. If you had business insurance, let's say you have those products and you're selling them via a store, or you've got some stock at home in your house, or you've got it in a third-party logistics warehouse, that's where your business insurance would come into play. So a business insurance policy is going to cover your stock. So we could cover your transit insurance. And normally when I do a product liability insurance policy for people, I get their shipping and cargo included in that, or bring it in as part of the package, because we're shipping so much so frequently. And honestly, those freight forwarders make us pay too much. The first time I did my first ever order, I remember it. I got charged very close to $300 for one container, sent it over to Amazon, first order ever. Now, I know now through research that for approximately 300 Australian dollars, I could get 4 shipments a year, up to $50,000 value any one shipment, and it would have cut my costs easily by 30%, but probably closer to half the price by dealing with the insurer or through your insurance broker or agent, wherever you're located. What this means though for you as the seller, so this is a really good tip, guys, and a great tip for people who are new, they haven't really had business insurance before. If you use an agent or a broker to help you and advise you with the insurance, not only will they hunt around and help to find you the best policy for exactly what you're doing, if you have an issue or a problem, you go to the broker or to the agent and they help you with the claim. That's huge if you're dealing with something which went wrong in China. Because I can only imagine if we had to get on the telephone, because it's not your shipping agent, the shipping agent's just taking a product from someone who offers insurance in China, and goodness knows whether it's good or it's not good. I don't have any information on that, but I just know that that would be an absolute nightmare to try and fill out a claim form and try and recover some money for damaged stock or lost property because you got your insurance through a freight forwarder. It's the wrong way to do it. A really good tip is if you book your insurance through an agent or a broker, if something goes wrong, they are the ones who help you through the claim process. They chase up with the insurer, and that's what they do. So that makes a massive difference. So your business insurance policy would cover, yes, your shipping and cargo. Your shipping and cargo is from destination to end location. In other words, if you use a third-party logistics center, and once you get going a little bit in Amazon, a lot of people do, right? That's where port-to-port finishes. So your stock, let's say you order a 20 or a 40-foot container, all this stock leaves China, it goes to your third-party logistics. That's where your shipping and cargo policy ends. So Andy, if you had a good business insurance policy, you'd have your stock and contents covered at the third-party logistics center for fire, theft, flood. If you had some stock at home in your house, you'd hopefully want to try and get that covered. There can be an issue with that under your normal home and contents policy, but there are ways to cover that as well. But then it would also cover public liability. This is all your business insurance policy. It would cover your public liability if you were then selling your stock through a shop. It would cover, you'd also probably be able to get cover for the product liability, all in that one package. But most people don't have a physical storefront. And if you hunt and you do it correctly, your third-party logistics can often cover you for your stock and contents for fire damage. That you might have $50,000 worth of stock at your third-party logistics. That's another really good tip for people for today. Check that their third-party logistics center, if they use one, has the proper cover for their stock. Because heaven forbid, if there's a fire, flood, etc., the roof blows off, all those things, you want to make sure your stock's covered. So that's what your business insurance covered. Product liability is just for the product, and you can get an add-on for the shipping and cargo. It's a complicated answer, Andy, but that's the difference. You know, there's normal business. Specifically, though, we're focusing here on the product.
Right. Okay, fantastic. Yeah, I think that'll clear it up for a lot of people. Plus, something you mentioned, which I think a lot of people don't realize. So when you go to a broker, a lot of people think that like when you're going to a broker, you're like paying extra fees, or, there's going to be some kind of like hidden, in our experience, there might be, I don't want to say that as a blanket statement, but generally, you're going to save money because like Peter mentioned, they shop around for you. So you're not going to, normally if you're a business, you call, whatever, Joe Schmo's, Insurance Inc. And you say, hey, I want some business insurance. They're going to give you a quote, and that's all you're going to get. When you go to a broker, they're going to shop around. They're going to make like 20 calls. And they also have personal relationships with a lot of these insurance companies. So they're going to shop around for you. Not only that, but I've got some personal experience with this, not necessarily in the business realm, but in, general insurance. A couple of years ago, there were huge fires here. And luckily, we have an insurance agent, a broker. It's actually my wife's uncle, but it was great because instead of having to like call an 800 number and go through all that, like, kind of like you mentioned, Peter, I was just able to get him on the phone, and he was able to take care of us right away. A lot of people, we were evacuated and things like that for many days. With him, it was like he called, you got us like an Airbnb place to stay, like all this stuff that if you didn't have that personal connection, it's going to be a lot harder for you to get that kind of service. So just keep that in mind, guys.
Thanks for tuning in. Join us every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for live Q&A and bonus content after the recording at SellerRoundtable.com. Sponsored by the ultimate software tool for Amazon sales and growth, SellerSEO.com and AmazingAtHome.com.